Good morning from News Team 3 of BYUI. Today we will be bringing you a special report about a vital topic in Pakistan, education. Where has it been, where is it currently, and what will happen with education in the future? To start us off, we will head over to Jason McKnight reporting from Swat Valley. Jason, where did things go wrong with education in Pakistan?
Well, Denise, the education crisis in Pakistan did not happen overnight. The list of challenges is long and includes briberies combined with bureaucratic inefficiencies and political infighting that has taken the focus away from the education of children. The government currently invests less than 2% of GDP in education. There are only a handful of countries in the world that do worse than that. The government has allowed the private sector to manage the education of Pakistani children. This has become something to be sold to the highest bidder. When the school owners receive money, it lines their pockets instead of being invested in the teaching quality of the school. In addition, the education being provided is not regulated. There is no standardization of learning materials. Pakistan's government currently is saying the right things. It launched the education campaign of 2016, which has a goal of having every child enrolled in school by 2018. The government is determined to spend 4% of GDP on education, more than double what it has previously. Having said that, the proof is in the pudding. Time will tell if this program will be a success or another in a list of rhetoric that isn't lived up to.
Thanks, Jason. We all hope that Pakistan will continue to improve. Now, I would like to bring some awareness to a topic near and dear to me, educating the women of Pakistan. Cultural restraints, inaccessibility of schools, scarcity of teachers, frequent policy changes, and extremist threats are just some of the reasons that girls in Pakistan are not being educated properly. The problems that women have encountered are generally tribal, geographic, or monetary in nature. If Pakistan could resolve to control extremist measures that destroy schools and intimidate females, along with giving a proportionate amount of the GDP to schools, the literacy rate in Pakistan would increase exponentially. This would enable more women to obtain gainful employment, teach their children more proficiently, advocate for themselves to eliminate the wage gap, and improve their lifestyle. That being said, I'd like to turn the time to Stevie Hobb, correspondent on the ground in Punjab. Stevie, can you tell our listeners a little bit about education in Pakistan?
Absolutely, Denise. Stevie Hobb here. The role of education in Pakistan has been a central issue due to inequality in standards of living. These issues have caused quite an impact on the economy of Pakistan. In the public sector alone, there are 164,579 institutions, and in the private, there are 81,103. The government has begun to take initiative in helping to better train teachers in education and personal development. The issue with this has been that due to the large number of highly intelligent people in Pakistan, most leave to go study in other countries so they can receive more direction and support. A process that has begun to help this issue is to promote research and excellence on higher levels. Education is merely not to just educate people, but to help them to create and develop innovations within themselves that will help support the economy in which they live. Due to an increase in literacy rates, the overall attendance of students has gone from 55% to 57%. Human capital measures grew in 1980 to 2010 due to education. Studies have also shown a rise in GDP based on education as well. The one issue the government of Pakistan is still having is giving more of public spending to the area of education. Back to you, Denise.
Thanks, Stevie. Let's turn now to Christine Jackson, who is currently in Mingora waiting to tell us about literacy in Pakistan. Christine.
This is Christine Jackson reporting. Pakistan is one of the most illiterate countries in Asia today, with a rate of up to 70% of people in rural areas. This occurs because people simply don't have access to an education. Going to school isn't free, and tuition can be expensive and out of reach. For some children, it is simply a matter of not having the ability to travel to and from school each day due to distance or lack of transportation. There is hope, and Pakistan's literacy problems can improve. Building more schools so that more children have access to them, as well as expanding funding for schools, can help this issue. As Jason mentioned, Pakistan currently allows 2% of their funds to go towards education. But allocation of more money would allow for more schools to be built, as well as allow kids and families to better afford an education. Being a teacher in Pakistan is also not a sought-after job, and unless more benefits, higher salary, or some other incentive is given, Pakistan may run out of teachers as well. Back to you, Denise.
Christine, thanks for your great information. So what does all this mean, and where should we go from here? Reporting on the future of education in Pakistan is Mackenzie Ware. Mackenzie?
Yes, Denise, thanks. The majority of Pakistanis live in rural areas of the country. Education is lacking severely in those areas. In these parts of the country, vocational and technical trainings would be a huge benefit. The federal government is paying attention to these trainings, but now they need to focus on those centers that are already in place so they can produce a more skilled youth. The possible recommendations that would help move education along in Pakistan would be to place technical trainings in secondary education, providing some sort of incentive to reduce dropout rate, and put in place educational policies which would ensure quality education, and have career counseling to improve the understanding of the job market so they can develop skills accordingly. This has been Mackenzie Ware reporting. Denise?
Thanks, Mackenzie. It's clear we all agree that the future of Pakistan will be much brighter when education is a priority. If Pakistan can continue to effect positive change, monitor education, and decrease resistance to education, life in Pakistan will improve across the board. This has been News Team 3 reporting. Thanks for joining us today.